Snickers. Remember my friend Kim from here in Sarasota who owns a nail salon, which I do need a manicure, but she asked me a good question. She asked, what tools do farriers use to do their job? So it's very good because our very entertaining farrier Paddy is coming this morning, so we can find out and answer Kim's question. Thanks.
Okay, so basically horse trimming tools, very simple, pair of nippers. This is a pair of GE nippers made in America. Very good tool, top tool. This is my hoof pick. I've handmade that. Nice little tool. Send a lot of these to my customers. They love them. 2 rasps here. Hoof rasps, 14 inches, tool steel. There's a rough side, taking off the first part of the wall, and the smoother side. This is a sort of standard rasp, made in America by Heller. Or Columbia or something like that, but this is a finishing rasp, so I use this on fold work and for doing fine work on the wall. Not everybody carries one of these. Again, it's 14 inches tool steel, and a very good tool to really get detailed work. It's got a very smooth side and a sort of rough finish side. That's basically my trim tools. Knives. This is a left-handed knife that I use for frog trimming. When you're trimming frogs on horses, very careful not to take too much. Down here in Florida, you're trying to focus on taking enough frog material so that you're opening up the sides of the frog, the commissures, enough to keep the bacteria from developing into problems like thrush. So that's quite important. You never take too much. These knives have got to be super sharp. They're always sharpened with diamond hones, and basically you can shave your arms with them. But that's my right-handed standard knife. This knife is for just all my sole work for the left side of the frog because I'm right-handed, and all of the sole work. Again, you only take what you need with horse trimming. At certain times of the year you're trying to conserve foot mass, and other times of the year you're trying to get mass off the hoof for various reasons. This time of year the soles are exfoliating quite a lot. We're coming out of a long dry period. We're getting ready for a wet period, so it's very important to keep the feet together. It's just through the dry period to stop them breaking out and cracking. So knife has to be sharp. I mean really sharp, and you know, the better the work. But be very careful. You can do a lot of harm with hoof knives if they're not tuned up properly. To yourself and to the horse, so it's very important to have the right tool and have it properly maintained. But there you go. Hoof stand as well. This is a hoof jack stand that I use, and it's very good. It's got a nice soft point here. You can raise the stand up and down to whatever height. Generally just above the knee for a horse is where you need to set it. Depends, some horses have got some arthritis problems, so you'd set the stand lower or just use your hand and work very low. But yeah, this is a good tool for the job. So yeah, you know, the right tools, the right preparation for tools is all important. You get about, I'd say from a normal standard rasp, one of these, probably about 10 and 20 horses out of a rasp. Depends on how you use the rasp. If you pick up and use the rasp in one direction, if you tend to be a farrier who uses it in 2 directions, you're going to get less life out of the rasp. So basically, you know, keep your tools clean, keep them, a bit of spray of WD-40 at the end of the day, and they last longer, you know. But that's the basic tools of the job for trimming. So these are my farrier's chaps. And these are made in England by Gibbons, and they're very good. I mean, basically you need chaps as a farrier to save yourself from cutting your legs to shreds. And this is where you hold the horse's foot on your knees or straight between the legs. And basically this is all for protection with a knife. And you know, without these you'd be in a lot of trouble. But you know, I just bought these chaps about 3 weeks ago, so they've, you know, had a little bit of abuse and wearing, you know, dog. So they're ones, they're buckled here, and then you elastic tape them around here. So basically they hold on the back here. That's the first thing you put on when you go and trim a horse, is a pair of chaps. But yeah, I like these. These are Gibbons. They're making in the UK. I've had a couple of other brands of chaps, and I don't like the way they last. You know, I think the English leather really does make a difference. But you know, often using to slightly sharpen your knife as well. It's like, works like a leather strop. But you know, they're good. Yeah, this is a kind of my Farrier truck, handmade. It's a kind of a Farrier truck that a lot of farriers get interested in until they save up enough money to buy a proper one. But it's everything's in here that does the job. But, I use various types of shoes, either steel or aluminum. These are heart bar shoes. I use these on laminated cases and some flat feet. Some pretty bad thin thoroughbred foot that I do with some dental impression material over the top. But these are therapeutic shoes. But I can make straight bar shoes, obviously. Some standard steel shoes that we use. Basically, these go on the smaller horses and sport horses. But I hot shoe. Basically, some guys do what they call cold shoeing, and to me, cold shoeing belongs with aluminum shoes and on the racetrack, not with hot shoes and steel shoes. But you know, you can do it whatever way you want. It's all about shape, 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 fit, fit, fit. That's shoe making, shoe precision of fit.
Wow, Snickers. Did you know that a farrier needed so many tools to do their job? Well, we learn something new every day. Please let our friends know how to reach us so that they can send us some more questions.